Have you ever felt the day slip through your fingers like water, so fast, so intangible, that by the time night falls, you wonder if anything real ever happened at all? I have, and if you're here with me, maybe you know that quiet ache of regret, of wishing you could have done more, been more. What if I told you, yes, you, right now, that there's a way to make one single day feel so rich, so long, you'd swear it had stretched into 3? Imagine what it would mean for your dreams, your goals, your life. Listen, before we dive in, this is Growth Mindset Project, and I invite you to subscribe right now for real transformation, for the raw kind of growth that comes from the inside out. Hit the bell too. Let each notification be a little reminder that you're in charge of your own time, your own becoming. Let's return to this ordinary mystery. 24 hours can be a fleeting shadow, or it can be an epic journey. The difference isn't in the hands of the clock, it's in the fabric of your mind. I spent years thinking I needed more time, only to discover the truth was almost unbearable in its simplicity. My time wasn't broken. My perception was. Because every night, as sleep claimed me late and weary, I'd whisper, I wish I could have done more. The cycle, work late, sleep late, wake late, fall behind, try to catch up, was a trap I built myself. The night thick with unresolved intentions, morning, haunted by the echo of all I didn't do. But everything changed when I learned how my mind, your mind, measures time. Not by ticking off seconds, but by counting new and meaningful moments, like beads on a string. Novelty, purpose, breaking free from the autopilot loop. That is what makes a day memorable. That is what stretches time, making it full and satisfying. If you do the same things, think the same thoughts, let habits drag you from bed to bed again, your brain blurs the hours, smooths them away, time evaporates, and so does your life. Think about it. 6 years can pass in a haze of procrastination, distraction, scrolling through stories and feeds, and at the end, you've only really lived and progressed one of them. Time management is everything. Not just a tool for productivity, but the key to stepping into the life you long for, the measure of your courage to break your own patterns. When I realized this, it felt like a veil lifted from my view, and the responsibility and the opportunity was crushing, dazzling. It's not just your story. We all know that strange alchemy. 2 hours of scrolling vanish in what feels like 10 minutes, while a mere half hour of real work can stretch and swell, weighing on you as if you've slogged through half a day. Why? Attention, focus, flow state. When you enter that zone, fully present, lost in what matters, the boundaries of time dissolve. You emerge, blinking, surprised at what you've done, but most of us spend our days begging at the door of distraction, never quite entering the space where real change happens. I believe you can make 24 hours feel like 72. Truly. Because if you multiply the quality, the significance, the novelty of your moments, your progress will accelerate beyond reason. Imagine 3 times the output, 3 times the learning, the becoming, the doing. And yes, 3 times the reward. More wealth, more experience, more fulfillment, more life. It isn't magic. It's not luck. It's mastery over yourself, your impulses, your minutes. I invite you, like this video if these words strike the heart of your experience. And tell me in the comments, where does your time go? What are your struggles, your victories? Are you ready to step out of the crowd and claim a different outcome? Let me share how I began to unravel the old knots. By refusing to just manage time, and instead learning to stretch it. Here's how. Life isn't meant to be a single flat note, an endless to-do list. To live fully, you must alternate your states, work and play, focus and release, intimacy and solitude, stimulation and quietude. It's the rhythm, the music of contrast that carves deep grooves into the record of memory. When you fluidly shift, fully, between your responsibilities and your pleasures, you're giving your mind something new to hold on to. These contrasts become the milestones in your day, the markers that slow the flow of hours, so you can walk deeper into yourself and the world. Most people get this wrong. They stick to routine like a faded scar, ignoring the essential need for both tension and rest. They think working from dawn to dusk, grinding without end, is the only path. That's a shortcut to emptiness, to forgetting what life is for. Instead, design your days so that variety and depth become your guides, a mosaic of effort, enjoyment, and recovery. Wake up, meditate, journal what aches in your heart, dive into a block of deep work, maybe 3 hours of focused intensity, where you let nothing intrude. Lunch with intention, eating what nourishes not just your body, but your spirit. Go to the gym, let sweat anchor you in the flesh. More work, time with friends, or maybe just silence. A walk outside, no phone buzzing in your hand. A movie, a book, a contemplative hour with pen and paper before sleep gathers you in. When days are faceted like this, they stretch, they become whole. Secondly, mark your day with intention. Each evening, I take out my journal and scribble a small blueprint for what will come. 5 to 10 tasks, not endless ambition, just what matters. When morning finds me, I check that list. Having structure breaks the spell of autopilot, keeps the day from blurring into grayness. When your plan has teeth, deadlines that bite, purpose that drives, you make wasting time uncomfortable, almost painful. And that's what you want, to feel in your bones when you're slipping. Awareness is the beginning of change, always. Environment is the silent architect of your behavior. At the gym, you do not write emails. At the cafe, you are not supposed to fall asleep. In the restaurant, you are there to eat, to be fed. I learned to place myself daily in spaces that shape my actions. When distraction haunted me at home, I carried my laptop to a cafe, where the risk of scrolling and gaming fell away. When solitude called, I left my phone behind. Let silence and fresh air fill the emptiness. Each environment becomes a conductor of attention, a guardian of your chosen purpose. Your routines and habits, they are the script writers of your days, and unless questioned, most will steer you toward comfort rather than growth. I used to require 2 episodes of something every single night before sleep allowed me entry. It was a ritual, a false comfort, a wall that kept me from real rest. It took time and a bitter kind of honesty to break that spell. Now, more often than not, I choose reading, let the words settle the dust inside me, and then I drift off. The pull of comfort is ancient, wired into every cell. Your mind wants ease, survival, the sweet seduction of doing nothing. But I know, and perhaps you do too, that comfort is the enemy of progress. If you do not fight for your own evolution, you will drift, half sleeping, through the years allotted to you. And nothing is more terrifying than regret that you can never reverse. Phones, those tiny tyrants that buzz and tug and steal you away from yourself. So many wasted minutes, the sharp joy of interruption, pulling you away from flow, from your own depth. The solution is simple, even if it stings. Cut the cord, remove notifications. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb, use airplane mode in the hour before you sleep, and the 3 that greet your fresh morning. Let yourself live undisturbed. No one, nothing needs your attention with such urgency. Reclaim your mind as sacred ground, not common property. There is always someone out there, maybe even the person you could be, operating at a higher level with the exact tools you have right now. That thought, both humbling and electric, keeps me honest. A life doubled in output, relationships ripened, work blooming into abundance, all possible only if you step up. Become that person yourself, 1 minute at a time. Awareness is the spark. Conscience is the fuel. Action is the engine. In the end, discipline is just the daily act of proving to yourself that you deserve more. Confidence grows from this quiet evidence, and each kept promise becomes a new brick in the fortress of your self-worth. You have all the time you need when you learn truly to experience it. When you close this chapter and reach for the next, let today be the day you act. Subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, let me know how you're searching for more time in your life. And before you go, watch the next video on Growth Mindset Project, hit the bell. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Remember, a bad workout is always better than no workout. Take care. Your new days await,